The radio crackles to life, a desperate voice slicing through the static.
Everything is wrong. Strange. We can't make out anything. We think we're about 225 miles northeast of base.
The transmission is from Lieutenant Charles C. Taylor, the lead instructor of 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers. It's December 5, 1945. They took off from Florida under clear skies. But now, somewhere over the vast blue expanse of the Atlantic, they are utterly and completely lost. The voice returns, laced with a growing sense of panic and confusion.
We can't be sure of any direction. Even the ocean doesn't look as it should.
Then, just as suddenly as it began, the radio falls silent. That silence is where the story truly begins. Somewhere between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, hundreds of ships and planes vanished, without a single trace. So, where exactly is this infamous stretch of ocean? This supposed graveyard of the Atlantic that has captured our collective imagination. What defines its mysterious borders? If you take a map, you can trace its widely accepted boundaries. Start at the coast of Miami, Florida. Draw a line northeast across the deep blue to the remote island of Bermuda, then pivot south to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Finally, complete the shape by heading back to Miami. You've just outlined the enigmatic Bermuda Triangle. But don't look for it on any official world map. The name simply isn't there. The U.S. Board on Geographic Names doesn't recognize it. Yet for those who traverse these waters, it has earned more sinister titles: the Devil's Triangle, the Hoodoo Sea, and the Limbo of the Lost. This loosely defined area covers a staggering 500,000 square miles of the open Atlantic. And here lies a paradox. Despite its reputation, this is one of the most heavily trafficked shipping and flight corridors in the world. For centuries, this region has been a nexus of strange stories. The tales stretch back to the very first European voyages, when Christopher Columbus recorded a great flame crashing into the sea and his compass readings going haywire. But the legend truly crystallized in the modern era. In 1964, author Vincent Gaddis coined the term Bermuda Triangle in a pulp magazine. From that moment, the idea exploded into popular culture, cementing its place in our psyche. The tower operators back on land strain to hear anything. A click, a whisper. A routine day has turned into a tense vigil. But there is only the maddening hiss of an empty channel. Imagine the scene. 5 advanced Avenger torpedo bombers, flown by experienced pilots on a routine patrol. This was supposed to be a simple 3-hour flight path, suddenly blinded and disoriented as they fly into a strange, yellowish haze that seems to materialize from thin air. Taylor reports that his compasses are spinning wildly, both malfunctioning, an impossibility. Then the other pilots confirm the same. Across 5 separate aircraft, their instruments have betrayed them. They are flying in a world where the fundamental laws of navigation have seemingly ceased to exist. North is gone. South is a guess. They are adrift in a sky that has become an alien landscape, a prelude to their disappearance. One pilot suggests turning east, another argues west. Training fractures against a phenomenon they cannot comprehend. The weather is reported as rough, yet nearby ships in the very same area note calm seas. It's a baffling contradiction, as if Flight 19 flew into its own private storm. A final garbled attempt to pass command. Then silence. 5 planes, 14 men, vanished. What followed was one of the largest air and sea searches in history. Hundreds scoured 300,000 square miles. They found nothing. No wreckage, no oil slick, no life rafts. Not a single piece of debris. It was as if the sky had opened up and swallowed them whole. Then, as the search gets underway, the mystery deepens. A search plane, a Martin Mariner with a 13-man crew, also disappeared that same night. No distress call, no trace. 27 men, 6 aircraft, all lost in hours. This is the haunting overture to the world's most infamous stretch of water. A place where the rules of our world seem to bend and break. A place of myth and an unnerving number of documented disappearances. Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle. For every vessel that vanishes completely, there are those who make it through. With stories that sound like science fiction, compasses that spin uselessly, Electronics that die for no reason. Instruments giving impossible readings. Pilot Bruce Jernan claims he flew into a tunnel-shaped cloud that enveloped his aircraft, an electronic fog. Inside, lines of light spiraled. He felt weightless. His instruments went haywire. His compass spun. When he broke free, he was suddenly over Miami Beach, a 75-minute trip done in 47. He had time-jumped, 100 miles in a fraction of the expected time. Time slips echo through other reports. Early arrivals, slow-running watches. Witnesses describe eerie glowing waters and violent, localized storms. Towering rogue waves rising from calm seas with no warning. These first-hand accounts blur the line between maritime folklore and documented evidence, suggesting something truly strange is at play in the Devil's Triangle. The theories are as big as the mystery, from the scientifically plausible to the wildly supernatural. No single theory explains every disappearance. Magnetic anomalies, one of only 2 places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align. A navigational trap. Massive methane eruptions could create frothy, low-density water that sinks ships like stones, and gas clouds that stall aircraft or ignite. Rogue waves, rare, towering and capable of swallowing vessels whole. Extraordinary claims, extraterrestrial abductions, underwater bases, strange lights, electronic fog. Mystical ideas, gateways to another dimension, time vortices, even Atlantis with powerful energy crystals disrupting modern tech. It's a battle between logic and legend, and the truth might be somewhere in between. In the 21st century, we have tools Vincent Gaddis and Charles Berlitz could only dream of. High-resolution satellites, deep-sea sonar, and advanced oceanography peel back layers of the mystery. Investigators re-examine classic cases and scour the seafloor for answers. To replace legend with fact, authorities note the triangle isn't statistically more dangerous than similar busy waters. The Gulf Stream can whip up sudden, violent storms. Deep trenches, like the Puerto Rico Trench, over 27,000 feet, can hide wreckage forever. Many wrecks found snowstorms or mechanical failure. Not curses. Science explains rogue waves, methane gas, and human error, but struggles with the strangest eyewitness accounts. The dead instruments, the spinning compasses, the time-warping cloud. So, after all the searching, the science, and the speculation, what have we really learned? The Bermuda Triangle is a convergence of powerful natural forces. Extreme weather, unpredictable currents, unique magnetic properties. For thousands who pass safely each year, the incident rate isn't abnormally high, and yet the feeling persists. In the silence of Flight 19 and in survivor stories of impossible phenomena, perhaps the Triangle's greatest trick isn't what it takes, but what it keeps. Mysteries buried deeper than mountains are tall, stories locked in silent wreckage. Above, tranquil beauty. Below, chaos and unanswered questions. Maybe the Bermuda Triangle isn't a place that takes things. Maybe it's a place that keeps secrets. Secrets guarded by the crushing pressure of the deep and the silence of the sky. A vast, watery archive of the unexplained. The Bermuda Triangle, it's not the ships or the planes that disappear, it's the truth. If you're captivated by mysteries that defy easy answers, don't let the story end here in the fog. Become part of our community of explorers. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to join the Cobweb Chronicles on our next expedition into the unknown. Like this video to signal you're with us, and share it with fellow seekers of the strange. The more minds we have on the case, the closer we get to the truth. What do you think is really happening in the Bermuda Triangle? Is it rogue waves, magnetic anomalies, or something else entirely? Drop your theories in the comments below. Your idea might just be the key we've been looking for. We have more chilling disappearances, ancient legends, and mind-bending enigmas waiting in the shadows. The world is full of secrets, and our mission is to drag them into the light. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the unknown. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and remember, some mysteries are meant to be explored. Until next time on the Cobweb Chronicles.